We back again. Now we gonna talk about today. We gonna talk about Dabo Swinney and them struggling, the struggling offense of the Clemson Tigers. Now, is this the end of the reign for Clemson? I'm not gonna say it's too early for that, but I think it was Dan Ornorowski, however you say his name. At the beginning of the season, he kept saying, maybe it wasn't the beginning of the season, maybe it was right after the Ohio State Clemson game last year in semifinals, but he kept saying Clemson offense doesn't have an identity. And I was like, maybe just saying stuff off the top of his head. He just seen one game, but watching this year, he was perfectly right. Clemson offense has no identity. And DJ he's been a little shaky. He's overthrowing people. He's throwing throws short, but it doesn't help that his offensive line does not block. But Clemson is really, for the first time since 2014, they're an unranked team. And they shouldn't have been ranked last week. I don't know why they were 25, but let me look at this. Now, Georgia game, I can understand. Georgia defense is wild. It's crazy. I understand why you only put up 3 points. I understand that. But when you get to Georgia Tech, and Georgia Tech, you only score 14 points. You only win by 6. It's 14-8. And Georgia Tech just got put 52 points on by Pittsburgh. I think it's something wrong with your offense. I really think it's something wrong with your offense. And then, North Carolina State game, I watched that. That's the only game, well, not the only game. That's one of the only games that I watched of Clemson, where I watched it fully. Like I just didn't click on the North Carolina State and the BC game. I watched those games completely. And I agree with his statement when he's saying Clemson offense has no identity. They can barely run the football. Now, their running back is pretty good, but they can barely run the football. Their line is shaky. The receivers are really not getting separation. It's kind of like what I seen from Auburn the first few weeks, and I guess that's why they fired their receivers coach after that struggling win versus Georgia State. But the receivers not getting that much separation. Justin Ross has not been himself since he came back. I can understand the injuries and all that, but he hasn't really been himself. But I don't know if it was much as, maybe it was just Trevor Lawrence was that good. Maybe it was that Travis Etienne was just that good. Maybe it was Amari Rodgers all them was just that great. But Clemson has lost it, bro. And good old Dabo Swinney. I really don't like that guy no more, bro. I really don't. I used to kind of like Dabo. He's a man of God, but stuff I've been saying lately on here, I really don't like Dabo no more, bro. But especially when he was talking about how he may not when the college players get paid, that he may think about quitting. And how ironic it is when the players get paid, his team really sucks right now. 3-2 through 5 games, and they're unranked since the first time since 2014. And they have one of the weakest schedules I've ever seen in my life. Bro, they're in the ACC. They play, if it wasn't for the Georgia game, they really basically only have one ranked opponent. And I really don't know how good Wake Forest is because they play them at the end of the year. I really don't know how good they actually are. Clemson has Syracuse, Pittsburgh, Florida State, Louisville, UConn. Why they in the football team? Wake Forest, and then South Carolina. That's one of the easiest schedules you could think of. The only tough game they really had was Georgia this year. But they somehow lose to NC State, who's been up and down. They really lost to NC State. And NC State, they had a little tough game with my boys down in Louisiana Tech. I just don't know what Clemson. Dabo has... Now, his defense is elite. His defense has been elite all year. His defense has been on the field all year, bro. That defense is for real, but it's kind of how I thought Georgia would be this year, and I still think Georgia may be like this. They might be limited by their pass game. But Clemson really can't run the ball either. Now, Georgia can lean on their run game and all that, but Clemson really can't do nothing on offense. DJ's been missing a lot of throws, overthrowing everything. Like, they really have no identity. Like, I don't understand how Clemson is just... I don't know. Maybe they just go a new direction next year with a new offensive coordinator. But as of right now, it really looks like Clemson, this could be the end of an era. Like, I don't want to say it's the end of the era, but it could be the end of an era, bro. Because if they don't find a new direction of offense, and I thought DJ was gonna be really good. Maybe it's just the skill players last year. Amari Rogers, all them. Maybe it's just the skill players that dictated that offense. Cause now he looks lost. The whole offense looks lost. Dabo over there throwing stuff on the ground. He's losing his head. Got his hands on his hips like he Urban Meyer back at Ohio State, pretending he got like health issues and all that crap. I don't know what's going on over there in Clemson, but something better get fixed fast next season, or the reign of Dabo and Clemson might be over. Maybe it was just how good Trevor Lawrence was. Maybe it was just how good Deshaun Watson was. What was that other dude they had? I forgot. He took them to the semifinals. I can't remember, but Jalen Hurts and them took him down. I really can't remember his name, but he was even good for a season. Then they get the DJ. They lose Amari Rogers, all those guys, and who else was there? Was it Higgins? Yeah, Higgins, all them guys. And now they just look lost on offense. Like, I never thought Clemson would be bad on offense. I thought maybe they'll eventually just lose out on defensive players because I really think sometimes their DBs is kind of suspect. But even their defense has been legit. I just don't know with Clemson, bro. I just don't know. But I can smile because Dabo, when he was up winning, he was talking this stuff. Now he over there getting humbled. He's getting humbled in the ACC. It's not like he's in the SEC. He's getting humbled by the ACC. North Carolina State lost, struggled. Georgia Tech 14-8, struggled. Boston College 19-13, struggled. They only won that game because Boston College got a bad snap in the red zone because they was moving the ball, bro. But bro, their offense is. You know what? We finna check these stats. I gotta check the stats from the Georgia Tech game from DJ. I really do. Let me find these stats, bro. Where we at with it? DJ, 18 for 25, 126 yards. Okay. That basically tells you they're barely moving the ball versus a Georgia Tech team that just gave up 52. Who? Who did they give up 52? Wait, Pittsburgh. They gave up 52 to Pittsburgh. DJ struggled versus Boston College. They struggled versus Boston College to also run the ball. Like, I don't know, Dabo. I don't know. I want you to figure out because I want you to be back in the college football playoffs because Dabo kind of entertaining. Even though I don't like him, he's kind of entertaining. I want to see him. I want to see Clemson. I don't want to see him at the top, but I want to see him back in the playoffs. Y'all might be the new Notre Dame now because y'all schedule is pretty suspect. Notre Dame finally played some competition last week, lost to Cincinnati. Clemson might be the new, new Notre Dame because they got an easy schedule. They walk through that schedule. Then they get to the playoffs like the last 2 years, and they get ran through. And now that they lost their golden boy quarterback in Trevor Lawrence, you go to DJ, you lose Travis Etienne, you lose Higgins, you lose Amari Rogers. And what was that other dude named last year? I can't remember. His name. He was like a fifth-year senior. Even he was good because he showed out versus Notre Dame. Now you get to this year. You have a new quarterback. You have a new running back. With the running back, the little white dude from North Carolina, I think it was North Carolina. He is actually pretty good to me. He is really, really good. But his offensive line is terrible. They don't run block. They barely can pass block for DJ. And then it makes it even worse that I think it's in DJ's head. Like he's overthrowing players. He's throwing them short sometimes. They're not really even using his power run game that they used in the games that Trevor Lawrence missed last year, like the Boston College game last year and the Notre Dame game. He really looked elite. I thought he was the next big thing in college football at quarterback, but my eyes were deceived, just like they were deceived with Spencer Rattler, just like they were deceived with Sam Howell. Now Spencer Rattler can still be good. Now Sam Howell is in North Carolina. They're actually kind of terrible. Mac Brown said after week 1 that maybe we're not really a good football team. He was right. They're not a good football team. Clemson, y'all are not a good offensive football team. Y'all are an elite defensive football team, but y'all suck on offense. Dabo, you better get it fixed because them other boys are coming up over there in the ACC. Maybe y'all might be mediocre in the ACC. We were just talking about a few years ago, should Clemson come to the SEC? No. Well, maybe y'all can take Vanderbilt from us because we don't claim Vanderbilt. We claim them for every other sport, but we don't claim them for football. They can go be in the Sun Belt for all I care. But Dabo, you better get it fixed over there in Clemson because you never know. You might be on the hot seat. You might be an analyst for Alabama in the next few years. You keep the crap up that you have on offense. But I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I'm kind of happy that what I'm seeing from Clemson. I'm not gonna lie, kind of happy in my heart because I really don't like Dabo. Over the few years, I used to like the guy, but that statement about what was it, Black Lives Matter, I didn't like that. The little shirt he was wearing, I didn't like how he said when players get paid that he was thinking about quitting. That kind of pisses me off because I really haven't seen it. I don't know if I'm the only one, but I really ain't really seen a drop off from players. I really haven't seen players been sitting out and all that crap because they're getting paid. They still going out there, they playing hard because they know they trying to get some more money. But Dabo is talking about he might think about quitting because players getting paid. He must think they just gonna stop playing hard. But maybe you need to coach better. Maybe you need to get a new offensive coordinator. But I hope y'all have a good day. I'm gonna bring y'all some more content probably. I say tomorrow or right before the Alabama game. Bring y'all a little thing talking about what's the keys between Alabama versus Jimbo Fisher and Texas A&M. Texas A&M. Y'all kind of ruined the primetime game for me. I was really hoping that was going to be a little hyped up game, but turn around and lose to Mississippi State. Mike Leach, who I thought could be on a hot seat, but yeah. But it's been your brother Tim. Hope y'all follow me on Twitter. Leave a like on this video, and we're going to be bringing some more content. Hopefully my Jets can win Sunday in London versus the mediocre Falcons, but we'll talk about that another time. But I hope y'all have a good day. It's been your brother Tim, and I'm out. Peace.